Hello. You can't see my face right now, and that's because I'm a fragment of your imagination. This whole thing right now is fake. You're actually in a dream right now. Please, it's time to wake up. Okay, but let me just. Hi, my name is Eddie, but my real name is Brandon, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be following a Bob Ross tutorial. I know I'm obviously the most original person in the entire universe to have this amazing idea, but there's a twist. One, I'm a bad painter, and I hate adding color to anything without looking at a reference, and even when I do add color, it's usually with markers, pens, and pencils. And the second twist is I'm kind of not really painting. I'm currently standing in an empty room with a big projector strapped to my face like a psychopath in a mental hospital wearing a straitjacket and seeing things that aren't really there. How fun is that? But yeah, without further ado, welcome again to the video, and we might as well just get started. Welcome to the video. We're going to be, painting a little Bob Ross tutorial here. We got a little thing here. We're in the VR, as you can see. These aren't my real hands. And yeah, we're going to be painting. So I guess we might as well just get started. We have all of our little brushes over here. We got our little thing that we can beat the devil out of it. We don't really got anything to beat the devil out of it with, but we still got that. And we got all the little Bob Ross paintings. Oh my goodness, that is flying around. I'm trying to find one that looks nice, but also looks simple. Like something that you look at and you'd be like, that's a Bob Ross painting. But also something that I can look at and be like, I might be able to paint that. Because sure, there's something like this one that looks all nice and bright and green and nice and colorful clouds, but I'm going to fail and we're all going to be embarrassed. By the way, I'm using the app Vermilion, right here, Vermilion VR Painting on the Quest 2, in case if you guys wanted to, use the same app that I'm using. It's great, it's fun, it's fantastic. It does cost $20, but the one issue with it is, like, when you're painting and stuff, the blending isn't really great. Oh man, yeah, I just got really bored of sitting in that plain white office. It's blinding, deafening to the eyes, you know what I mean? It's just called Vermilion, and the blending on it isn't really that fantastic, so I think we're gonna go with this one today. If you guys say anything otherwise, like if you think I should have went with the other one, then please yell at me in the comments. I would, I'd very much appreciate that. There we go. That's a lot better. Now we can see Bob. Hey, we put white on white. What do we got next, Bob?
So it's nice and wet and slick and ready to go. Start a little bit of phthalo blue. A little bit of phthalo blue. And just work it into the bristles. And let's just put a happy little sky up here.
Darker blue, but not that dark of a blue. Oh my. So just... Okay, here, hold on, Bob. I appreciate that you're talking. You're kind of stressing me out a little bit. I think the phthalo blue is a different type of blue. So let me actually, here. Let me get this canvas, and this has the primary colors. Let me just toss the primary colors over here. If you couldn't tell, I am a professional. I'm obviously very, very good at this, and I was extremely prepared when I got everything ready. I guess he just kind of, hits them with those X's and stuff like that, brushes them around.
And you don't want to kill all these little spots here that happen. It ends up looking like little cloud indications, and you really haven't done a thing.
Let's try to get that kind of thing going on. Just get some blue and brush it all in, all nice and light. As you can already tell, the brushing is completely different, but we will not let that change us. Okay, I must add, this brush is not working to the exact extent. It's a little more stringy than I'd hope. Is working a lot better than that. Okay, now, I know what you're thinking. This looks nothing like Bob Ross's nice and fluffy, softly painted sky. And you're right, that's where the magic of improvising comes in. Because this doesn't really have a great blending tool. I really need to get this little blending brush, and I just need to kind of go through, kind of like I did over here, and just kind of get these little rough edges and all these little strings out. and really just kind of brush it all around. No specific direction exactly, because if it was all going one direction, then it looked more like a Van Gogh painting, or like you're looking at the Starry Night. You could already see as we're getting through most of the sky, it's already looking a little bit more like a sky with some fluffy clouds rather than you know, this kind of looks like a 6-year-old came over with a bunch of blue markers and drew all over the walls. But you know, that's fine, because this looks abstract. You know, it's an abstract sky. But this is an improvised Bob Ross sky, is what you can call this one. Okay, there we go. See, that looks it's all right. It's okay. It looks fine. Okay, what we got next, Bob?
I'm just going to pull the brush right through the color. Just
pull the brush right through the color.
Go down here and get a little permanent red.
And
put it right in there too.
A little permanent red. Oh no.
Maybe there's a big old cloud that lives right there. And he's got a friend that lives right there. Clouds need friends too. We all need a friend.
Well, what if I'm lonely, Bob? That's all it takes, Bob says. That's all it takes. So if that's all it takes, you know, then what did he say first? He just kind of... Here, smooth 1-inch brush. This one might be a little bit better. So let's grab some of this slightly red, white here. And oh my, that is strong. Oh, this one actually could work pretty well to get those little harsh edges. Because right now we're making his friend, and we need the harsh edges to kind of blend it with the sky, but be its own. Now, this is what we call trusting the process. Because now we have all of these fluffy little cloud layers with no clouds below them. What did he do to kind of get that fluff at the bottom? He just kind of swirled them around with the dry brush, right? I see, this one feels more like a cloud. This one just kind of has like, it's like this big slope here, and I'm trying to bring it out, but didn't really want to. That actually helped a lot. I'm actually really liking the way this is coming out. As long as I can kind of finish or get the same aesthetic over here that I got over there, then we might have a moderately equal looking sky. Usually mine don't look equal, because usually once I get to the third cloud or the second cloud, it looks completely different, because my mind says, oh, it's a different cloud, I must paint completely differently, because why they look like they're distant cousins, you know. But you know, Bob Ross said they're friends, and friends don't look alike, you know. Friends are all different, you know, different shapes, sizes, and everything. They're all types of different from each other, so that's fine, you know. Those are some clouds right there if I've ever seen them. I mean, look it out the window. There's some clouds right there. There's some clouds right there. I think those look like clouds, honestly. Which actually reminds me, I can change the time of day. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, like little sunset going on. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that is definitely putting us in the vibe, you know, and it keeps the painting lit. There we go. So we got a little bit of a sky going on. It's a little more blue than Bob's, but that's okay.
Just load that brush full of satin green. And let's go right up here to the canvas, and maybe today we'll have, there it is, just a little hill like right here. Now I want it darker in the foreground. The landscape should always be darker as they get closer to you. So without cleaning the brush, I'll go right into some phthalo blue.
Okay, he's like 7 steps ahead. I just wanted to make sure like he wasn't doing anything crazy. And I just mixed up some of the colors a little bit. And all we do is we get this lighter green and make the little land at the top, and then We make our way down. We add a little bit of dark colors in there, which is why I have the second green here, just to add some dark colors to add a little bit of depth. And then once we get all the way to the bottom, we also get a tad bit of phthalo blue, just a little bit of phthalo blue, and we just toss that down there to mix it in and blend it in with the green, and that just adds another sense of depth. Green grass closer to the thing, and then it gets to lighter green. Now, we already know that this brush does not work, but let's hope for the best. And I hoped for too much. Hey, this is me in the middle of editing. I spent a little too long than I'd like to admit making the grass here, and I'm just gonna cut out a majority of the entire section, especially because later on in the video we end up reworking all of the grass to make it look a little bit more detailed and a little more gritty, because right now it kind of looks like cartoon grass. So if there's just like a huge jump in the video and all of a sudden there's a big round hill there, that's because I cut it all out. But yeah, thank you for understanding. This looks like grass if I've ever seen grass before, but I usually sit in my room all day. But like if I thought about grass, this is what it would look like. That's pretty cool.
Go back and let's use some sap green, some Van Dyke brown, a little alizarin crimson, some little trees that live up here.
Oh no. Get some little trees, you know? Just some basic shapes. We're not looking for detail. I'm kind of scared for when we are looking for detail now. But yeah, just kind of toss them right on top of the canvas, you know? I think I might need to bring that blend down just a little bit more, maybe almost all the way, just so I can get that splotchy look. Okay, so basically, yes, he goes across the entire canvas, beginning to end, with some trees, and it does look like the colors mix a little bit, so we'll try to make sure that they're just slightly different colored, rather than all being one color, but yeah, that's good to know. All right, let's get doing to that, get that, doing that, and let's do it. Okay, we got a few more trees than he did, and they're kind of, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, I feel like this is what the Grinch would look like if he like tried to curl his hair and accidentally burnt the tips, because it's just very green, and then it's just like dark green right on top. It's so round it looks like a head, but his look like trees on a hill. But let's continue. Let's see what else we got. Maybe we can fix the Grinch hair.
Now then, I'm going to take some titanium white and a little burnt umber in it. White with a little umber.
Oh no.
And pull that paint out very flat. Cut across it, get a little roll of paint right out on the edge of your knife.
Okay, we're just making little tree trunks.
Some little tree trunk indications.
Beautiful, Bob, beautiful. Honestly, just outstanding. I don't even know if I can use the palette knife to even make these. A lot of this was just for the branches that were like in the trees. Let's see here. This is not making a branch at all. Why is it's so splotchy, you know? But maybe I can somehow like load this up with paint. I don't know if that's even possible. It looks like it's loaded up with paint. But you know, it might just look like it. Look at that. See, we're just getting little branches. Mine might not look like it took hours to put them there, but you know, maybe people will think that. Ooh. That was a fat one. You know, maybe there's just a bird nesting in there. It's okay. Okay. I think that'll be good for now. We might actually come back through with this and some green and just kind of blotch it over some of these spots. Just because I'm kind of really realizing that they're not really hidden at all. A lot of these are just kind of like straight out in the open. I don't know if I really like the way that these kind of go down, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We work with what we got. We work with what we did and what we made and what we have. Let's just paint some branches. Let's just make them look like little trees. Look like little protruding trees. We're not worrying about detail or anything like that. We're just painting little trees. Oh, see that one? That one looks like a little tree. I'm also noticing I'm like across the room from my microphone. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry guys. You guys probably couldn't even hear me for like the last like hour. I didn't realize I was slowly scooting away from the microphone. See that? See that? Look at that. There's little see? And the trees. I guess. Okay. So we just get these and we just kind of So he just kind of splotched it in little circles. And just we have this one here that's a little more yellow. Let's see here. We'll bring that little more yellow one over here. And just two more, just like that. I think that is going to be enough. Maybe one darker one way over here. Maybe two. Just like that and like that. Toss the third one there. Okay, so yeah, there we go. We got a few little branches sticking out there, looking kind of like more like parts of the trees rather than actual branches. And I actually made them all curved that way because that's how my wrist curves. I think it just adds character.
Let's have a little house right there.
House?
Way back in the distance. I'll start with some Van Dyke brown. And we'll make a decision. Maybe it lives right there.
This is unfair, Bob. This is so unfair. Okay, hold on. So he wants us to make a little house. Just a tiny little, little tiny little house. Little and tiny. It's a house. It's little and tiny. And we're just gonna go way back here and we'll make you a tiny little house. How about that, Bob? Okay? So he said just kind of like this. Where did this brush come from? Here, you scooch. Okay, let's make you a little bit bigger. Okay. Get a better angle on that. Okay, look at that roof. Look at that roof, Bob. You see that? He looks shocked right now. He looks shocked. You see it in his... I guess his eyes are kind of closed. He looks kind of bored. Like he might be mid-yawn. Okay, Bob, fine then. But see, you say I need to lightly touch the canvas. The thing is with this app, there's no such thing as lightly touch the canvas. It is touch the canvas and destroy it. Okay. Oh, wow. I'm drawing a house right now. Am I really... Hold on, I'm really flying away from the stupid microphone again. I'm getting way too excited talking to Bob right now about this house. I'm like flying away. And then a little overhang? Bob! Made a house, dude! Now this is the scary part, because now we need to start pulling in the walls. Okay, I need to stop using the undo button because if this were real life, like I keep saying, there's no undos in real life. They're just happy mistakes. So we need to treat them like happy mistakes. We'll actually start from the bottom and make our way up for that wall. Okay, but I know you're about to put highlights on it, which is why I'm trying not to make it too dark. Because I know you're literally about to change the whole way that this entire house looks, and you're about to shred up every hope and dream that I just had of this house looking like a house. so I'm not going to try to put too much detail into all of it as of yet.
Now we have to make a decision. What kind of roof does it have? Does it have a shingle roof? Flat roof? What do we want? Okay, let's take some permanent red. And we'll use the little edge of the knife, and maybe we'll just drop a few little indications of some shingles. Just touching, pulling. At the top of this one overlap. The other one, just let them overlap.
There's not a mirror I can look at to show you that I'm shook right now. I'm shook. Bob Elias, Bobster. Dude, I don't know what magician you think I am to do that. We are going to be way up on this canvas. I'm looking at this thing straight into its soul. Just indications of shingles. We're just indicating that the shingles are there. Hey, those look kind of like shingles. Look at that. There's a little house there, guys. Oh, we're putting a big door on this one. Put a big barn door. Hey. Check that out. And then he's like, get a little bit of white. We're gonna get a little bit of red in that white just to mix it in just a tad bit. And then you just boom. Boom. What? Dude. That's a house right there, Bob. That is a house. Uh-huh. I'm learning from the best right now. That looks like a little barn. Some boards in there. Oh my goodness, Bob. Every time. Okay. Let's just get some shingles. Oh, I really love the way I made those shingles there. They don't really look any different, but that was just satisfying. I was like, you know, like that thing was satisfying. So just add some grass and some weeds around that thing. I could do that. Okay, our blending is, then again, way up. The blending on this app is so weird. I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't. But then it does, and then whenever you think it does, then it won't. Hey, barn. That's a barn. My charger fell off the wall, and my thing's making painting sounds. What? My arms look broken, dude. I must be really into yoga, because why am I stretching like that? Turn around, my arms are like, dude, that is fabulous. I am just insanely flexible. Oh, that's why I was making painting sounds. Because it was painting on the thing. Fantastic. His looks like a nice old shed. Mine looks like something you'd find at Home Depot.
Now we can start making some more decisions. What do we have here in the foreground? And we'll just keep going with this 1-inch brush. And maybe there's a nice little bush that lives here. You're still concerned about the lay of the land. Follow the lay of the land. Most important.
Real quick, he just started making, which I'm glad he did this because my grass was like looking all whack. He just kind of went through with this lighter color and just made some bushes that kind of blended in, and I'm actually going to do that all over. The more I look at this, the more I'm like, this grass looks nothing like everything else up here. I love the way this is all coming out. This looks very Bob Ross like. This grass does not. This grass looks like I'm watching an animated cartoon. If I made the whole painting one of those, it would have been great, but I have two different styles going on right now. I feel like my painting is starting to get really confused. Doesn't know, who he is. And the part that really is kind of making me a little nervous is the part that I have to do in a little bit, where I need to make this driveway thing. But that should be fine, because it should just be some Van Dyke brown, and then see, like he's doing, just kind of, That's exactly what I need to do. Grab some of that, and then ready? Exactly like that. See that? I think that's a good length for the path. Not all the way over there. There we go. Now we just kind of go through with a little bit of this bad boy and add some of that grass color as we've been kind of doing. That path is set in the ground. That's what that is. That's for sure. I am really loving the way this is starting to look. It looks really kind of textury, but it's looking like Bob's painting.
Maybe lives a big tree over here. Let's make some black. I'll use some phthalo green and alizarin crimson in about equal parts. A little bit of paint. Let's go up here. Maybe make a nice tree trunk. There it is.
So what I might need to do is I might need to use this brush, and so he really kind of started around here, and he just went all the way up. I think I'm probably gonna start mine around the top of this cloud. Might make it look a little more into perspective. You don't need it to be the exact same. You just need it to kind of have that same feel and love and care that Bob puts in all of his paintings. I don't know if mine has the love and care because I don't trust myself, but it's got the love and the care of following in Bob Ross's footsteps and looking beautiful. See that looks like trees. So I think he's just kind of beefing them up right now, exactly as he did. He just kind of right about here started kind of making them all chunky, wonky. That tree looks like it wants to be there. Oh, we're doing branches too. Okay. Kind of come off here. Just like that. See that? That's a little tree. And this is so far looking pretty good. I am really enjoying this process. I hope you guys are enjoying this process as well. Just kind of awkwardly watching me struggle at painting, Hopefully it's slightly enjoyable to watch, for you guys to watch me struggle or something. I don't know. Sounds kind of weird if that's what you're here for, but at the same time, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Maybe a little bit. Oh wow, I feel like the more I'm painting this painting, you can see it's slowly adding a little bit more texture that makes sense. Cause you could literally see the different steps of detail here. So the clouds, I think the clouds came out pretty good in general. Because I used to draw skies all the time. I love drawing skies, so that kind of makes sense to me. But you got the grass that I was trying to understand the brushes and what brushes did what. You could tell that I was trying to get used to the brushes and stuff like that and the coloring. And then up here, I started working on the textures and trying to this is when I started understanding the brushes. And then down here I was trying to figure out the coloring, and then once I got to about the grass area and to the house, I feel like I kind of almost have it locked in, and it's this looks like grass, this looks like shrubs, the trees look like trees, the house kind of looks like a house, I like to see the different levels of the process of where I started realizing what did what and how to get where. And I think that's what I like most about this. You know, it's not the detail that I have in it, because some of it just kind of looks like a blob. Like this whole spot here, I feel like, hold on, let me turn that off. This whole spot here looks kind of like a big blob with just some like long, you know, sticks in it. But it just kind of, you can just tell by looking at it where I started and what I started with and what I started learning as I was going. That's what I really like about this. Okay, and then this next part right here, we're going to bring you down a lot, and then we're going to just get kind of a mix of all the tree colors that we've been using. Looks like a little bit of brown and a little bit of brown and a little bit of green and yellow and whatnot, and we're just kind of brush everything on and really make this look like a tree that's coming to life over here. All right, I had to go take a little tinkle break, got a drink of water, you know, took my hoodie off, relaxed. We're ready to continue drawing a little bit.
Maybe we can see, maybe there's a little bit of a stream we can see. Maybe it just sort of creeps along here and it lives right there.
Let's get to that point. So he kind of grabbed his little blending brush, right? And just kind of blended the whole thing down, and then he just kind of, while he was mixing it, you know, brought that color in, bring my blending down just a tad. I don't know if this is looking like his at all. Let me go back and let's see what his even kind of looked like at the beginning. I don't get how Bob can just sit here and draw something kind of like this and make it look like a river. Because when I paint something like this, my brain goes, oh, the painting's ruined. But we all know Bob is a magician. And Bob gives you the magical powers to learn how to paint. So we got that, and then now we need to go in here with some white. And then he said we just kind of make them dance around, right? Do we really just kind of fill up this whole little space over here? We might want to bring this also a little bit over. But yeah, we really just kind of fill up that whole space loosely. Just kind of, you know, swoosh, swoosh, floof and doof all over the place, you know? Hi, this is editing version of me again, and I just wanted to mention I squeezed like the next 5 minutes of work in about 30 seconds just because it gets really repetitive, and I also wanted to use this time to mention really quickly that the rest of the video might be a little rushed just because of time's sake. We're already past 30 minutes into the video, and I'm trying to get this done before about 40 minutes, and the most of the rest of this is just making a river. So if it seems like it's a little fast-paced, that's kind of why. So we're kind of bringing in this brown, right? It'll blend out as I'm going as well, and we'll manage to work it in. And we're just gonna kind of shimmy it all along this edge. See, and then it kind of looks like it's stepping down. I don't get how he gets all that, but he said this is supposed to add a little shine to the rocks. Now that's looking like water. Okay, I was gonna say I kind of washed the color out because it blended weird. Oh, we're doing the... Yeah, we are. Okay. I bet you would have never guessed we have another voiceover. For like the next 9 minutes straight, I work on the grass and I don't say anything about it. I didn't even really mention that I was going to work on the grass besides the little clip you saw before that I said, oh, we're doing and didn't explain it. But basically we're touching up the grass here and we're making the river kind of make it look like it's kind of embedded in the ground. I think that so far is looking pretty good. It's not looking nothing like that, but it's looking pretty all right. And then, yeah, I think we just kind of need to work on the grass in that area. And you can see he's also adding some sticks in there. Work out some little branches for little branch guy here. Something kind of like that. Oh, that's the end?
Okay, tell you what, let's do. Let's take a little more of the oil. I'll go right into some permanent red here.
Wow, hold on.
And let's sign this painting.
Hold on, Bobby boy. I think I'm gonna turn some of these into bushes. I was expecting to turn these into bushes. They're looking a little too thick. Just some little spots. Okay, I think for this part here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get this lighter yellow. Maybe not that bright of yellow. Let's also go back to this brush, this color here. And let's just kind of brush this all in as we've been doing. So we meet again. This is me doing a voiceover again because I'm working on the grass for probably the 5th or 6th time throughout this entire video. I'm just going to kind of cut through this because after this we add the signature and I'm going to do a little, you know, high quality picture showing thing like Bob usually does at the end of his videos as well for the outro. But yeah, we're working on the grass again. I'll do red as Bob does as well. Wow, that went all the way to the top of blending. I don't know how that even happened. That is not my signature. What is going on with this brush right now? And then it goes whoop. My goodness, the signature's gigantic! Okay. Who would have thought the one part that took the longest to recreate and redo and re-everything was my own signature. There we go. That is the finished product. You got Bob's, you got mine. Mine looks very green. Bob's looks very like plant. I like plant. It looks like an actual painting, and it looks like real trees and stuff like that. All right, and with that being all said, that is the end of the video, everybody. I really do hope you enjoyed, and as you can see, we have the picture in all of its glory back here. I would say for sure it's nothing compared to Bob's paintings, but I'm definitely glad that I went out of my comfort zone to try to make this painting, and that I tried to record it and share it with you guys. Usually I just take pictures of my paintings and my drawings and whatnot, post them on my Instagram, and never really think about them again. But I'm glad I, tried to actually make a video and share this with you guys. I really do think I learned a lot throughout this video, and I think I might actually be developing like a full-on enjoyment for painting. I used to not enjoy painting as much because I was never really good at it, but Bob is showing me that I should open my eyes again into painting. This is really fun and it was really enjoyable. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did as well. And I'm sorry if the video seemed like it was stringing on for a little bit. It was kind of hard to edit. And yeah, with that all being said, I guess that is basically the end of the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe. This is my first video on this channel, so welcome to the channel. In the description below, I do have links to my Instagram and my TikTok. They do have more of my art related items, as well as this painting at full quality that you'll be able to like zoom into and whatnot. As you can see, the quality isn't that great because it is just off of a VR app, but either way, it's been very fun to make this. Thank you for watching the video, and yeah, I'll probably see you guys in the next one.